I'm with Imagination Park Entertainment, their founder and chairman, Colin Wiebe, and CEO Gabriel Napora. So guys, talk to us about the company and your inspiration.
Well, I had the name Imagination Park, believe it or not, since 1997. And Imagination Park on the CSE is actually IP, that's our trading symbol, and that also stands for intellectual property. Unlike a traditional film production company, we're actually a company that is very interested in intellectual property. Gabriel could probably explain to you, he's a producer, and he's very modest, but he's a very well-known producer in the Los Angeles area, worked with a lot of big-name actors, and he's discovered a model that I'll let him share with you, which is basically why we've structured the company the way we have.
Gotcha. So yeah, Gabriel, share with us what he's talking about.
Early on in my career, I found out that the true money in film is not in film production or film finance. The true money in film is in intellectual property, owning and controlling that intellectual property, and taking it from step one, which is the creation of that, all the way to a sale. So what we're focused on is finding the coolest comic books, scripts, everything like that, creating what's called a proof of concept for those things, which is like a short film or a 2-minute trailer or something like that, and then bringing it to studios once it's fully packaged, selling it to major Hollywood studios, and then going along for the ride. But the advantage to our system is whether or not the film makes money, we're highly profitable just based on the sale of the intellectual property.
Tell us how a small investment can go to a big investment just by something like selling intellectual property.
Well, if you think of the companies now like Netflix, I mean, their budget is in the billions for original content. And now Amazon's coming along, which means HBO has to up their game, and all the studios are starting to look at original content now much more seriously. And this way is, kind of for the layman's terms, it's like taking a demo tape of a songwriter and then giving it to a big record company. What we do is we find these amazingly talented people, and we actually take maybe a screenplay or a book or a story of some kind, and then we package it. And then the beautiful thing is that not only Gabriel, but one of our other directors and the president of the company, Tim Marlowe, who was blessed with an Academy Award for a project he was involved with, has the access to some of the most important people in Hollywood that can make these decisions. You asked about a small investment. Maybe you can give an example of the one that did very well.
Sure. Well, I mean, there's a few different examples, and I am under an NDA for a particular project. But as an example, there was a project I spent $5,000 on, which turned into a $70 million major film. And it was incredibly profitable. I don't even know what the percentage I made on it was so high.
Now, what is your response to the investor that says, hey, but what if they can do that on their own? What if that filmmaker can do those things on their own? What's your response to that?
Well, number one is when you have somebody who's won an Academy Award, it opens big doors. And when you have people like Gabriel who have worked on big feature films and has the ear of the studio executives, somebody could start up a company tomorrow and they would not have this type of access. It doesn't happen. So we have an office on the Paramount Studios. We have one on the Universal backlot. So access, I think, is the key. And one of the things that we have going for us that a lot of the investors at the show liked was that we have this ability to do special effects and take it one step further to the new virtual reality technology that's coming and is going to be very, very big.
Well, I think we have certain competitive advantages when it comes to virtual reality. One is we're able to do 3D virtual reality. Most companies can't do that. The second thing is we're able to add in Hollywood quality visual effects into any virtual reality stuff we do. And the third thing is we're able to produce at a modest budget but make things look very, very big, as well as our stitching capabilities. When you do virtual reality, you're working with 12 cameras or 11 cameras or whatever number, and you have to stitch those together. Our stitching is flawless, and that's one of the things that most companies can't do to the level that we can do it.
Top 3 in the world.
Top 3 in the world, absolutely.
Very cool. And I actually have one last question. It's about the cash position. So where are you guys at right now?
Well, we did our first seed round. Like I said, we're on the CSE, and we did it at a nickel. And so now we're just inviting people to sort of participate in our program and get to know who we are. We're just out of the gate. We're fresh, we're new, we're different than a lot of the other ventures that are here. So we're excited to be part of this. This is our first time at one of these events, and thank you for allowing us to be here with you and be part of this event. It's been fantastic.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Small Cap Power, guys.
Thank you.